All right, Diamond, so this is your opinion writing. This is your rough draft. I've made the edits. It is in a folder titled your name. It wouldn't let me only individually assign it to you. So just click on your name. That's where you should be to see this. So these are the edits I made. I will go over it. If you have any questions, make sure you reach out and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I want it to make sense. I saw a lot of good things. I saw a lot of evidence from the text, but I'll go over the things that I corrected. So for the opinion part of the cookie, you should just be telling me what you think. And from what you said, it sounded like you thought students should wear school uniforms. So I typed it up, or I wrote it out. This is what your first sentence should say. In my opinion, students should wear school uniforms. This is your first sentence that goes in this box, okay? And then I just took what you wrote here as one of your reasons. Okay, so I moved it down here as if you can see the arrow. So your reason one box, make sure you have that sentence starter, okay? I put those in there. It should say one reason is. So one reason is, with the dress code, students are more likely to have good attendance at school. They won't have to worry about owning the latest designer clothes and looking as cool as their classmates. And I just brought that down here. So this is another sentence, or two sentences, okay, for your reasons. Examples. This should be crossed out because I just kind of rewrote it with the word for example. So this is what is in your example box. For example, students will focus on academics instead of fashion. Okay, I just kind of reworded this and put it here instead. Okay, next, you have your reason two. You needed to give me that sentence starter. So I said, another reason is people say uniforms will not remove bullying. Okay, so I just brought this up here because this is your reason. So another reason is people say uniforms will not remove bullying. That's your second reason. And then your example, which came from down here. You just kind of had everything moved down a box. So I brought that up here. So this came from up here. For example, people will just focus on other things as they bully. Okay, perfect example. And then your last box is your opinion. In conclusion, okay, you needed to wrap it up with the word in conclusion, students should wear school uniforms to school. You're just giving me your opinion once more, okay? So if it makes sense, you had everything you needed, you just had it put in the wrong boxes. So I hope these arrows make sense. I kind of just crossed it out so you wouldn't try to write it, and I just put it in the box above, as you can see from my arrows. So all of this is still your writing. I just had to move it around just a little bit, and then add those sentence starters in. So for example, I'll show you how to start typing it. If you go to the final draft, the first thing you need to do always is indent. Okay, so tab. So we started by saying, in my opinion, students should wear school uniforms. In my opinion, students should wear school uniforms. Okay, then we're just going to go right into your next sentence, which is your reason. One reason is, with a dress code, got my sentence starters. With a dress code, students are more likely to have good attendance at school. Okay, then our next one said they won't have to worry about I'm not sure why that got smaller, but they won't have to worry about owning the latest designer clothes. Okay. So now you just keep going into the next one. So the next one says, for example, students will focus on academics instead of fashion. Once you're done with that sentence, you go into another reason is, and so forth. If you have anything,